Hello everyone and welcome back to Derpy Dungeons. This is Yasuo and today we are playing a demo. Shadows of Sins Past. Okay, let's see here. Should I go to the village or the burned homestead? I'm gonna go there. It is said that when entering the coastline, one must turn to the right 3 times. Whatever.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery.
Fear of the flames has embedded itself deep in the fabric of the doorframe, and trepidation about losing a loved one. A destroyed doorframe by some miracle that survived the fire.
A horrible death.
Dried bloodstain has soaked deep into the burned boards of the house. The blood sounds like suffering. It flowed quickly. The wound inflicted with the scissors wasn't large, but it was accurate. Life left the body. The heart went into a spasm, and the mind recognized the end. It lasted for some time, and then the flames came, and the pain resounded anew. Huh.
I felt something. I failed.
A charred old trouser belt with a heavy metal buckle.
True fear.
A charred rag doll. It appears old. Doll is caked with a hard crust of fear. Its layers are like the varnish in an age-old painting, a child's fear, a girl's terror, a young woman's dread. They form a cocoon smelling of turpentine that constricts the throat and forces tears from the eyes. Looks like that might have been everything. Is there a way to level up my stuff? On the Grimoires cover, there are available Thaumaturge points that you can spend on the tree. Purchase skill upgrades, improve your powers within any dimension, and hunt salators to enable further development. So I have 1 heart. Is that what that's saying? Oh. Shoot. I didn't actually mean to do that. Hmm. Each skill can be upgraded. Place the upgrade in the spot of the skill icon. Each upgrade takes some space. Choose wisely. What do you want?
This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer.
Wild Salvador has emerged from hiding. It is the one called Bakovac. A blow dealt in a fit of rage, murder, and fire. These events spawned the flaw that lured Bakovac. I need to find the people who were here on the night the house burned down.
Victor!
What is it, Rasputin?
I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
In order to launch a strong attack against the enemy, you must take away all of their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown stage. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allow the fight to end quicker. Enemy has lost all their focus and is now in the breakdown stage. There's a great chance to launch a strong attack. Oh. Goodbye.
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes. Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Aww. Obtain Thaumaturge points. Thick lines of wood grain are visible on the frame. They arrange themselves into words carved as if by a chisel. They scream about an attempt to break down the door, about the hinges finally letting go. They scream into the deaf void. Okay. I have mind and deed that I can upgrade. What's this one here? Deed? I'm going to give myself a point in deed and see if that changes this.
So much suffering.
The buckle cuts through leather like a razor. It's no longer a boring piece of clothing, but a tormentor's tool that descends on exposed flesh like a vulture. It pecks at it, leaving carmine wounds. Once, twice, thrice, it cuts deep all the way to the soul. Interesting. Well, I guess I got all the information from that one already. Wrong button. To the village. We travel. Far from here, the age of steam and electricity drives humanity something, 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 something. It is string, sticks, and feathers that's supposed to protect the residents from the influence of evil powers.
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
The same trace can be felt on the rag doll and the item dropped by the woman. Vesna smells of fear. Her nerves are badly strained. Her heart is trembling, her fingers are stiff from anxiety, and her mind wanders, lost in the wilderness of fear. I may be able to find her home and discover what's behind her jittery condition.
Am I sensing?
Boxes marked with words of love, sweet as kisses, names of Vesna and Luke intertwined, cuddling tenderly against the wood, against delicate carvings, trying to protect them from the damp rain, from all the evil the world carries with it. Okay. The broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled screaming, finger-pointing and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Although it's already become moldy from disuse, it carries the memory of the spirit of the one who wielded it. A loner by choice, with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words. But there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns. A love that is difficult but not accepting of violence. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they are out of breath. But they persist together, despite everything.
Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at the Vassini's burned-out farmstead. Lucas says Haley loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that. I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
He'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
It is clear that this is not the first time Vesna has threatened someone with her husband. Luca must not have the best reputation in the village. Residents see Luca as a sullen churl and a recluse. However, he seems to have a soft spot. Luca was at Vazil's house on the night of the murder, and fire took place.
I know you're scared, but please, just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
I think I've got something of yours. I found it by your father's burned-out farmhouse. You've imprinted your fear onto it. I know because I'm a Thaumaturge. I want to help.
What do you want to know?
Where can I find your husband?
In the clearing, by the forest. He's chopping wood with the others.
Thank you.
Get that thing out of here.
Well, alright then. Make every attack on the enemy deal the maximum possible damage? Okay. Sounds good to me. Oh, I can only have one on each. Okay. Oh, I see it now. This one has 3 arrows, for instance. So, like, if I throw that on there... Oh, no. I don't know.
Am I sensing?
Dead goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. Wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell. That's weird.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much. And he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
The conflicted neighbors. A dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants. The obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs in a moment. Seems that the neighbors quarrel over a goose strangled is an act of revenge, a classic of the genre.
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, it's... I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside, and tell me what you're doing here.
Calming down a fight from happening. That's what I was doing. Salt on the doorstep protects... what? Ah.
Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
So, my dear son, my heart is crying. I have harmed you so that you write about me like this. And you renounce your legacy, your land, and your blood. I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study. And now you're calling us stupid, backward. You repeat after the rector of your Zudaki that Georgian, your language, is a language of dogs, and you want to write to me only in Russian? Child, Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt of your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You cannot.
Let's take a look around.
They say that every nation has its demons. Its phantoms, ghosts, and nightmares were created to make the naughty children behave. I have gone halfway around the world preaching the word of God and learned the truth. These demons, fiends, and devils cursed by gods are real, and they are everywhere. In distant Sirmia, people whispered the name Bakavak, a cruel beast whose presence brings wrath and commands people to inflict violence on their neighbors. A fairy tale, you say, but I have seen Bakavak here in Piatigorsky. I heard the rattle of his chains and felt his fangs digging into my neck and tugging at every fiber of my soul. And I felt the fury in his wrath bring with it the anger from which there is no escape, the taste of blood in my mouth, and no prayer can erase. May the holy walls of this oblate church stop this beast, blessed Virgin, keep me safe. A hand-painted icon. I think this is Saint Thecla, the martyr. A wise woman's hands hover around the saint's head. They arrange themselves into gestures, subtle, pure as snowflake. Words of the spell sparkle like stars and sincerely beseech heavens for protection. For a girl who suffers evil on earth, who suffers too much of it.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Why would I accuse her of things?
And that tragedy at the Elder's farm, did it affect people badly?
Some less, others more. He was like an icon to some folk here.
But I found out he could be heavy-handed.
He was a drinker and a beater. So, some folk here don't miss him one bit. Have you got many more nosy questions?
Wise woman revealed that Vesna sought help from her regarding her father's behavior. She was fed up with the violence he'd inflicted on her.
You cursed him, didn't you? Vesna's father. You put some hex on him, right?
A spell. I help people, yes. Vesna had a problem with her father, and believes in curses, spells, and hexes. Is that all? Because, like I said, I don't want to waste time and die here gabbing with you.
Vasily had a dark side. A man who was a rock for the entire village became an abuser at home. He tortured Vesna for many years, turning her life into a nightmare.
Vesna came here for help, didn't she? Vasily drank and beat her, and no one did anything about it. So you put that curse of yours on him.
I even went to talk to him. How did you know that?
I am a Thaumaturge.
You people's magic. That's something I've got no faith in.
Go on.
For me giving Vasily a piece of my mind, he took it out on Vesna.
And then her husband walked in and killed Vasily, and he's the one my salutor latched onto.
As for the second thing, could be. But it wasn't Luka that killed Vasily. It was Vesna.
Are you sure?
I was there. And until now, only 2 people knew what happened there. Vesna and me.
Don't be scared. I'll do my best to help you.
Then I think we have to talk to Vesna.
It was Vesna who murdered her father. She did it in a fit of passion. Her husband had nothing to do with the elder's death. Vesna's father was her tormentor. Fear guided her to the wise woman who sought help for her with the support of earthly and heavenly forces. But that didn't work. Desperate, Vesna reached for the last resort. She murdered her cruel father, handing him over to nothingness. We must go talk to Vesna. I'm going to follow the old woman.
Please, open up. There's no need to be afraid. Just open the door.
You're gonna wear yourself out banging a door like that. Can't you see nobody there?
I'm looking for Vesna. I have to speak to her.
Am I stopping you? Nobody there. I'm sure she went to see the hubby at work. Go bother them in the clearing instead of pounding on an empty house door.
Thank you.
He said thank you. I'm sitting there thinking that was really rude the way she worded all that.
Again.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Vesna.
Do you still want to catch that Salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Not much to think about here. If we can help Vesna, then get this nag quick to clearing like Mr. Shulsky asks.
Forest clearing like it's a good place, but from afar it can't. Just there's no way to read that without pausing the game.
Vesna, child. We have to talk.
I'm not here to fight.
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
I know what you did.
You don't know what you're saying.
On the contrary, she's the one who brought the Bukovac here. She killed Vasily. When the wise woman's spell didn't have an effect, you decided to finish him off yourself, didn't you? You're the one who killed your father.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Here you are, Bukovac. Vesna's flaw is mine, and yours.
Oh, difficulty level? Now? Wow. We're at the end of the second video. And now we get to choose what difficulty we're playing the game on. Well... It's a demo. I normally go for story on demo. Yeah, I think I'm still going to. I'm sorry, guys. Just for demos. Oh, he's huge. To defeat a wild Salutor, you must get rid of the shadows that protect him. Vanquishing the shadows will weaken him, but the weaker he is, the more fiercely he will fight back. The bar tells you when the wild Salutor sends more enemies against you. Oh, 15 damage. Bukovac cause you enter the suffering state. States can have a benign or potentially deadly effect. Read your description carefully so you don't get caught off guard. How? Oh shit, okay. If that's what that is. dead now. Even before my punch. I've acquired the flaw of venom. Venom?
You lose, you lose, you lose. You're going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Taming a Salutor. You defeat Bakuvak, the D-Dimension Salutor, but you cannot tame him on your own. Rasputin comes to your help. The untamed Salutor won't obey your orders, stops you from developing, and weakens your perception. Fortunately, Rasputin soothed his anger. You achieved the unachievable.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
Then kill me too. I was there. I saw everything. Vasily, Bach. You're big men now. But when he was beating Vesna for years, no one lifted a finger. Bah! Now you're all so brave against her. Go home, pray better, and leave her alone.
Local says the station is haunted. Not the station manager was embarrassed to admit that he practiced opera. Absolutely no way to read that fast. I ain't reading that right now.
Excuse me, sir? Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's a notion away. And even to the ocean, you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
That's a good reference. I like that. It's a Bugs Bunny reference.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father. Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
Just a moment ago, I was thinking about Vienna or Budapest and going on from there to Paris, but now I've got to get to Warsaw first. What about you?
Thanks to you, I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
The Thaumaturge. At the end of the demo? I'm assuming. Incredible, a sewage system. Warsaw enters the 20th century with a modern-day cesspool. I read it's some kind of conspiracy. I don't know what the last word was. I almost had it all, though. Okay. If you say so.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I've noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
Cheap labor influx causes housing shortage. Strikes, Jews, poverty, violence, the Polish Socialist Party stealing military equipment. I wonder if there are any political cartoons.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something. Just remember, there's no turning back.
The Thaumaturge, available now. Thaumaturgesgame.com. Well, that looks like the demo, guys. I would rate that demo 8 out of 10. Had a good boss fight. I'm sure if I would have played on a harder difficulty, it would have been a lot more fun. I didn't realize that that was the last fight of the game. But yeah. I found it entertaining. Storyline seemed really good. Everything about it I liked. Wasn't great, but it was what a game's supposed to be, entertaining. Alright, until next time.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, hit like. If you would like to see more, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.